This is going to be a tricky one. I got this book off NetGalley and it will only be out on the 14th of February next year, so I need to talk about it without actually giving anything important away, but still discuss one or two things. It's going to be tricky. Hi folks, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat and today I would like to talk about The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. The book starts out with a man, I don't think he's ever named, his chapters are titled The Bridegroom, who meets Indigo for the first time and begins a relationship with her steeped in secrets, stories and games. The only condition she has is that he should not pry into her past. When her estranged aunt is dying, they return to her childhood home, the House of Dreams, and he cannot resist trying to find out more about his wife and her best friend Azure, who went missing when they were younger. If you enjoy lavish world building and fairy tales with a gothic vibe, then this book will likely be for you. Unless a pedophile on the prowl is a trigger for you, then you probably want to stay away. This is a minor part of the story, and it's more facilitating some of the other things that happen rather than the story point in and by itself all that much. It gets overshadowed by literally everything else, and minor spoiler, he never harms her, so at least there's that. The story is told from two perspectives. One is the bridegroom in the present and the other is Azure in the past. The bridegroom is mostly concerned with his marriage and the secrets in it, but also with secrets in his own past. Azure is concerned with her family situation, with her friendship with Indigo, and with who or what she is with or without Indigo. Now their voices are not particularly different from each other, which is strange, especially because you meet Azure in the past, like once as a 10-year-old and as a 13-year-old, but her voice is the same throughout. A bit of a change or evolution there would have been nice. I preferred Azure's perspective. Despite the looming threat of the pedophile that is a member of her family, her story was far more interesting, and as part of this minor spoiler that she never actually gets physically harmed by this pedophile, her mom at some point becomes aware that something is off about this person or about the situation. And instead of doing anything useful, she picks the daftest option available to her. Yeah, I was not impressed at that point and I really wanted to step onto the pages and start punching people. You only meet a fairly small cast of characters, and out of those few, I really only liked Azure. The secrets that the bridegroom is hunting for are interesting too, but I felt rather detached from his perspective. Which I guess is not surprising because the man is not even named and he's just a tool to tell the story rather than proper character that I needed to feel attached to. With the exception of the things he digs up about his own past, I felt virtually nothing for this guy. From Azure's chapters you learn quite a bit about Indigo, and God, I hated her. There were quite a few points at which I hoped that Azure would get out or would notice something and just leave, but she never does. But then again, the situation at home for her also facilitates this because she has a home away from home at Indigo's place, and she spends as much time as possible there, and you can't really blame her because, you know, who would want to be home if you have a creep waiting for you there? So thank you, Cleo. And also there's quite a bit of difference in economic situation between those two. Indigo is filthy rich, Azure isn't. And Indigo uses this and her influence quite often to make sure that the power balance in their relationship never changes. Azure's chapters also made me wonder whether there would be any actual magic involved at some point. But no, it's all just about the magic that you make yourself, I guess. Now, if you've read a couple of mystery novels or you paid close enough attention in this story, then the twist at the end might not be a great surprise to you. But then again, the story is not really about the mystery that gets solved at the end, but about the relationships between the characters. If you like flowery language to paint every detail of a setting or scene for you, then this is for you. For me it was a bit much, combined with the meandering pace at points. It was a bit of a slow read, but the messy relationships and wanting to know how some of them ended kept me interested until the very end. Overall, I would give it this cat and a paw, which will round up to 4 stars on platforms like Goodreads. So if you like your fairy tales a bit darker and your relationships messy, then this might be for you. I hope I kept this spoiler free enough for you and didn't ruin anything if you pick up the book yourself next year. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next week with another video. Like and subscribe if you want to help this channel out, and let me know in the comments what your favorite gothic novel is. Bye folks!